On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, we're predicting the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs in the NBA. NBA fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. Dylan, our first matchup, Milwaukee versus Orlando. Who do you got?
I don't know. I don't feel like there's much to say here. I think it's going to be a clean sweep here for the Bucks in 4 games. I know Giannis is going to be out for the first game, but I believe, with Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton there and Eric Bledsoe, we'll still be able to pull through in 4 games.
I agree with you. I got Milwaukee in 4 games. Everyone talks about Giannis, but a lot of them don't give appreciation where it's due. He's got a nice team around him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's got plenty of people who have been the star on their own team in the past. They have experience. Maybe not so much playoff experience, but they've been there in the last couple of years. They'll be fine. And the Magic, they're without Jonathan Isaac, who tore his ACL. He isn't the leading scorer or anything by any means, but he is a promising figure on the team. Though that will hurt them, but I don't think they would have even pulled off the game anyway. But they do have Vucevic, and it's going to be on his shoulders if they want to pull out at least one game.
Yeah, him versus the Lopez brothers will be an interesting matchup to watch.
And now our second matchup. We got the Raptors versus Brooklyn. Dylan, what do you think?
I don't know. This has a similar feel to this, like the Bucks and Magic series. I have the Raptors sweeping the Nets. I mean, the Nets are without literally their best players in Dinwiddie, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan. It's surprising that they're even in the playoffs at this point. So there's only so much Karis LeVert can do in this series, and I'm gonna have to give it to the Raptors, who have just been playing red hot. And with the Coach of the Year with Nick Nurse, I don't see the Nets having much of a chance here.
Yeah, Nurse is not reviving the Nets here. He's gonna let them die. And we got our own college rooting interests. You got LeVert in Michigan. I got Jarrett Allen in Texas for the Nets, but they don't have the people that should be there. You mentioned KD, DeAndre, Kyrie, Dinwiddie, and KD has been out the entire year, so I didn't expect him to come back. But unfortunately for the Nets, that results in a sweep. The next series we got Celtics versus Sixers. This is an interesting one. What do you have here?
Well, I mean, if Ben Simmons was playing, this would be a really good series. But without him, I think I have the Celtics winning 5 games. I believe in the Sixers' ability to maybe squeeze out one game, with Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid there. But Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they've been playing very well right now, and they're going to make it to the second round.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have the Celtics in 5. If Ben Simmons was there, it would definitely be a tighter contest. Joel Embiid is on and off, but when he is on, he can win games by himself. He's got Tobias, as you mentioned. They got a good team around them, but I don't think this team is as strong as they've been in the past. They have Al Horford, but Al Horford, is not going to win you a championship.
Yeah, an aging Al Horford.
Exactly. And you said the Celtics have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Then they got Kemba, Marcus Smart. They got plenty of depth. Gordon Hayward. Not so much front court depth, but they got enough shooting abilities to pull this off easily. I think they win in 5 yet again. If Simmons was in, maybe it'd be a different story, but
I think
it isn't.
The Sixers' best chance, though, is to make this a chippy series. If they can get in their heads, they might be able to make it 6 to 7 games, but
Joel's trash talk would definitely make me angry. So I think he'll get chippy pretty fast. They don't like each other, and they faced each other before, obviously. So
this is like the 3rd time, right?
I feel like it has been,
insane.
Man.
Yeah.
Our last series matchup of this round for the Eastern Conference, we got the Indiana Pacers versus the Miami Heat. Dylan, what do you think?
These 4v5 seeds are so good this year. I love it. You have the Pacers versus the Heat. I know there's this bad blood between Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren, who actually Jimmy Butler came out recently and said that it's not a rivalry anymore. I think he feels like he put it to rest in their last matchup. But I have the Heat winning here in 6 games. I don't know. I think just with the shooting power of the Heat and their defensive prowess, they're gonna pull through.
I got Miami in 6 as well. Miami, they got shooters, and they don't miss. So don't go out there upsetting anyone. Duncan Robinson, Godley, who else? They got Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Tyler Hero.
Tyler, He's a baller. He's going to be one of the league's leading stars in a few years. And then Jimmy Butler, like, do not mess with Jimmy Butler. Like, if you piss him off, he's going to beat you. But
and then Bam Adebayo down there
Bam
too.
Adebayo, yeah,
Hard to stop.
most improved player candidate. And it's funny because Miami versus Indiana has been one of those key rivalries this past decade, dating back to when LeBron was there and Indiana had Paul George. It's always interesting to see these two teams face off against each other. They're both always kind of a chippy team too, and those playoff series are the best to watch. Sadly for the Pacers, Domantas Sabonis is still out with an injury.
Big loss.
However, I read, might be back some point in the playoffs if they get far enough, but, I'm not going to put my faith in that. But the Pacers do have Malcolm Brogdon, Victor Oladipo, and most importantly, they have the bubble god, TJ Warren.
Oh, yeah.
But you still got to pick the Heat here. They got a team full of players that are ready to go, and their bench is stacked too.
I think the wild card here is Victor Oladipo and the young players of Miami Heat. If they're not able to get hot, some nerves kick in. I could see the Pacers pulling this out.
Exactly. But more importantly, what do you think? Where did we get it wrong? Let us know down below. Thanks for watching.